You can get your American citizenship faster than you ever thought possible, but the majority of people don't because they make mistakes that delay their process by years. I don't want that to be you. So in this video, I will show you the brutal setbacks that slowed me down, the critical lessons I learned from them that allowed me to become a US citizen, and how you can avoid the mistakes I made to speed up your process to American citizenship. Unless you don't want to, in that case, you're dead to me. To begin, imagine investing years of your life, thousands of dollars, and endless emotional energy into becoming a US citizen, only to realize you've made a couple of critical mistakes that set you back to square one. The harsh reality is that underestimating the complexity of the citizenship process will cost you not just time and money, but also your dreams. When I first moved to the US, I thought determination and hard work was enough. I was naive. I believed that if I followed the basic steps, everything would fall in place. But I quickly learned that the immigration system is a maze filled with unexpected twists. Missing a single document or misunderstanding a requirement will derail your entire application. The stakes are always high, and without a clear roadmap, you risk facing deportation, prolonged separation from loved ones, or being stuck in a limbo where you're neither here nor there, right? So the emotional toll of uncertainty can be overwhelming and leads to stress, anxiety, sometimes even depression. So the good news is, once you fully grasp the magnitude of the process, you can prepare accordingly, right? Knowledge is power, but with immigration, things are not so black and white. So make sure you understand every requirement, deadline, and potential hurdles so you're equipped to navigate the system effectively. Here are 3 things you can do right now to start. 1. Educate yourself thoroughly. Don't just rely on general information. Dive deep into the specifics of your situation. The USCIS website is a valuable resource, but Reddit and our community are even better resources for real life experiences and other immigrants that were in your situation. So use that extensively. Create a detailed checklist. Outline every document, fee, and deadline. Keep track of your progress to ensure nothing slips through the cracks. Stay organized. Keep all your documents in one place. Use digital backups and physical folders to prevent loss or misplacement as well. I think those 3 things are enough for you to know that underestimating the process is dangerous. So let's move on to the second hidden obstacle that jeopardizes your journey: misinformation and unreliable advice. So have you ever received maybe conflicting advice? Immigration procedures, and maybe felt more confused than ever before. When I was going through my process, everyone seemed to have an opinion. Friends, coworkers, even strangers online, and everything was contradicted, right? Everything I was told contradicted official guidelines. So following bad advice led me to fill forms incorrectly, for example, causing delays and additional expenses. Misinformation can lead to application denials or worse, legal troubles. The immigration landscape is full of myths and outdated information that will steer you off course if you're not, cautious. So don't rely on rumors, because that will put your future at risk. To avoid that, it's crucial to verify every piece of information through official channels or professional channels. This ensures you are acting on accurate, up-to-date guidance, right? Here are 3 tips for you. Consult official sources. Always cross-check information with official websites like uscis.gov or government publications. Seek professional advice. If possible, consult an immigration attorney or an accredited representative who can provide personalized guidance. Be wary of forums, right? I told you to check some stuff on Reddit, but always make sure that you remember that experiences vary greatly. What worked for one person might not work for you. So understanding the importance of accurate information is vital, but there's another challenge that often goes unnoticed: the emotional and psychological strain of the journey, for example, right? If you think about this, how overwhelmed and stressed do you get by the uncertainty of the immigration process? I know I did. So the path to citizenship isn't just a legal process, it's this emotional roller coaster, right? I experienced, for example, sleepless nights, worrying about my application status, fear of rejection, and the loneliness of being away from my support system. This stress impacted my health, relationships, and overall well-being at times, right? Acknowledging and address these emotional challenges is the key to maintain the resilience needed to see the process through to the end, right? So here are like 3 actionable steps you can do right this second to prevent that from happening to you as well. Build a support network. As I said, you can join our community, connect with friends, family, or support groups who understand your journey and can offer encouragement. You can practice self-care. I know it's cliche, but engage in activities that reduce stress, such as exercise, meditation, hobbies that bring you joy, whatever floats your boat, really. Like, I like shooting guns and doing CrossFit, for example, so I do that all the time. Another thing is set realistic expectations. Understand that delays and obstacles are part of this process. Prepare yourself mentally for setbacks to reduce their impact. And with that said, another factor, critical factor actually, in your success is being prepared financially. When I embarked on my journey, I underestimated the total expense involved, right? Like application fees, legal consultations, document translations, travel costs to interviews, and more. So, unexpected expenses popped up at the worst times, straining my budget and causing additional stress. So, for me, the financial strain will lead to delayed applications, missed opportunities, and you can even accumulate debt. In the worst case scenario, a lack of funds can halt your progress entirely. So by creating a comprehensive financial plan, you can mitigate these risks and ensure that monetary issues don't stand between you and your goal of becoming a citizen. A couple of things you can do are research all the costs. List all expenses or potential expenses from start to finish, including hidden fees, right? Create a savings plan. Start savings early, setting aside funds specifically for your immigration journey. Explore financial assistance. Look into grants, loans, or community programs that may offer financial support to immigrants. They're far and few between, but they do exist. With your finances in order, the next thing we need to address is an obstacle that can significantly impact your journey: navigating the bureaucratic maze of paperwork. So basically, does the thought of endless forms and documents make your head spin? It surely made mine. So the sheer volume of paperwork required can be daunting. I made the mistake of rushing through forms, for example, which led to errors and omissions, and this cost me a lot of time. Each mistake resulted in delays, and in some cases, additional fees had to be paid for me to resubmit the applications, right? So incorrect or incomplete paperwork is one of the most common reasons for application denials or delays. Every detail matters, and even minor mistakes can have significant consequences. By dedicating the time and attention necessary to complete your paperwork accurately, you increase your chances of a smooth process. This sounds simple, but here's what you can do to avoid messing up. Take your time. Don't rush. Set aside dedicated time to focus solely on your applications without distractions. Double check everything. Review each section carefully. If possible, have someone else look over your documents, right? Stay organized. Keep copies of everything you submit and maintain a filing system for easy reference. Having tackled the complexities of the paperwork, there's one more critical lesson I'd like to share: leveraging the power of community and networking. Are you trying to navigate this journey on your own? Going it alone, I missed out on valuable insights and opportunities that could have eased my path. I didn't realize how connecting with others could provide support, information, and even friendship that made the process less isolating. Isolation can lead to missed deadlines, overlooked requirements, and a lack of moral support. Without a network, you are more vulnerable to setbacks and less equipped to handle them. Building a community around you can offer emotional support, right? You can, get practical advice and resources that you might not find otherwise. So some actionable tips for you would join, immigrant support groups. Both online and local groups can provide, camaraderie and knowledge sharing with you. Attend workshops and seminars. These events often provide valuable information and the chance to meet others on the same part of the journey. Network professionally. Connecting with professionals in your field can open doors for employment opportunities and mentorship later on. And basically, by integrating into a community, you're not alone surviving the journey. You are basically thriving, right? To me, the path to U.S. citizenship is very challenging, but it doesn't have to be a nightmare. If you learn from the lessons I experienced and acknowledge the complexity of the process, seeking reliable information, managing emotional and financial health, mastering your paperwork, and leveraging community, as I mentioned, you can avoid the mistakes that set me back and move quickly towards your goal. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Your dream is reachable, and with the right approach, you can achieve it faster and with fewer obstacles than I did. But here's the thing, if you don't adjust to life in America, you will never become a US citizen. So in this video, I shared the most important insights and perspectives you need to shift now in order to thrive in this country.